Alan Onyema is naive. He talks too much. Reno Omokri speaks. Reno Omokri, former A2 ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, has described as naive Alan Onyema, the chief executive officer of Airpeace. Omokri, in a statement on Friday on his X handle titled Alan Onyema and Airpeace should learn excellence from the bull, berated the CEO of Airpeace for always talking about his plans. Omokri noted that for a man who is taking on big global airlines and complaining that they are trying to run him out of business, Mr. Nyema is somewhat naive. Omokri's statement comes on the heels of the ongoing price war between Airpeace and other airlines operating in the country. He urged the Airpeace boss to learn how to defeat foreign exploiters from Dr. Mike Adenuga, noting that the business guru said him appears on national television to reveal his plans to his competitors. Omokri's statement reads, Airpeace is a Nigerian project, and every Nigerian should be proud of their prowess. Our government must do everything to ensure that this national project succeed. It must not feel like Arik, and it must not sail like the Atlantic. Airpeace must succeed and go ballistic for the sake of Nigeria. However, the biggest threat to Airpeace is not the foreign airlines that now have launched a new price war against the airlines, not a Nigerian bureaucracy that is not always well oiled. No. The peril is overshadowing Airpeace today is Alan Onyema, its CEO. Mr. Onyema talks too much for a CEO. In fact, he is more of a spokesperson and a brand ambassador than a CEO, and he is wearing himself too thin and making unforced errors that will harm his enemies. In an interview with Arise TV on Monday, April 1st, 2024, Mr. Onyema said, we are planning to hit New York or Houston towards the end of the year because we are bringing in more 777s. As I speak to you, my staff, they're in California, the Engineering Technical Services Department, they're in California inspecting some 777s we want to acquire and buy. So if we get them in the next 2 or 3 months, then, of course, we are good to go anywhere. For a man who is taking on the big global airlines and complaining that you're trying to run him out of business, Mr. Nyema is somewhat naive. Why talk about your plans? I love Airpeace, I want them to succeed, but how many 77s can you buy from Boeing? Maybe 5, probably 10. Those he's accusing of fighting ordered hundreds of tiers. In 2022 alone, British Airways ordered 50 Boeing 737 MAX for $6.25 billion, as well as 11 Airbus A320neo aircraft and 3 A321neos worth $1.7 billion. That is for just 1 year alone and from one airline. Collectively, this European cartel of airlines can approach Boeing or Airpeace to frustrate Airpeace. What was the point of Onyeka's revelations? The public is already happy for you for the Lagos Gatwick feat. Why expose your plans? Onyema and Airpeace are already popular. What they need is a vision to attract provision and avoid division. And again, a week ago, Mr. Onyema was on television again, and this time he says, when you say what has it been like right from the day we published our affairs, even that inaugural flight got sold out within days. It got sold out in days and even up to September. Then 4 days later, he was at the same station crying to the government and Nigerians to stick with him as the foreign airlines cabal had launched a price war against him for recent flights on the Lagos to London route. Well, if this first assertion were true, then Airpeace would not be bothered by a price war for ticket prices in April and May. They would have already sold out these tickets. Perhaps Mr. Onyema may want to learn how to defeat foreign exploiters from Dr. Mike Adenuga. How many times have you seen Dr. Adenuga in the news? Or giving an interview? Or is he defending himself for his brand? Or even accepting the Silver Bird Man of the Year award when he won? The answer is never. But no corporation in Nigeria advertises like Glow. Nobody, bar none. And Glow ads cannot be ignored. They are unputdownable. They grab you by overwhelming your senses. And you come after them the way some have tried and failed. They launch a blitzkrieg of war-articulated narrative that will make you regret the day the devil put the thought of fighting Adenuga into your mind. This is how you do it. If your opponents and rivals cannot preempt you, then they cannot forestall you. Dr. Adenuga had bragging rights when he was launching the first of its kind in Africa and developing World Glow submarine cable, which ran from Bude, a seaside rural town in North Cornwall, England, and transversed 17 countries, including Ghana, before terminating in Nigeria. Now, this is one of the times I'm going to say, well, this is what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to say. It is true. I'm not gonna lie. We're always encouraged to build in silence. In fact, the rule of business is make your competitors no know wetin you dey do. Make it hit them. See, this one wey Reno talk, not true. You want to build something, like I said, for your competitors. They are watching your every move, whether you like it or not. It is rule of business, my dear. There is no hard feelings for them. You don't put personal feelings attached to business. You come out, you go all out. And your competitors should be able to, when they go don't check, they no go see anything. But when you come outside like this, bam, you just hit them. You understand? So yes, so I go talk true. This thing we run to talk, it too exposing plans too soon. You understand? It too, yes, it too talk. Maybe it was out of the excitement that things are actually really working for him. But he really has to, I think he has to have someone who handles these things. Someone who, the person is going to be giving just very limited information. Do you understand? Me, I support this one when you talk 100%. The rules of business, when you're dealing with your competitors, you don't want them to know what is coming. You understand? You want to just appear in their front. You understand? Like a tree that all the while, say the season na grass. But all of a sudden, you come there one day, the tree don't mount. How come? How this tree use mount for here? We use blockers. You understand? They collect all the nutrients. We say, grass supposed to collect. That's what you're supposed to be in business. Your competitors are not even supposed to have a clue. Yes, you're going to know, they are going to know that you are cooking. Yes, of course. But if you don't come outside, I can't talk. They're not supposed to know. So, Reno, this time around, you talk true. Well, I am not saying he should not come outside and talk about the problems he's encountering. I am saying revealing his plans. It is a good thing he came out to and say, Joe, what I don't they carry me, they go where no. It is a good thing. But coming out to say we are buying afera, shekini, my dear Ellie, so you shouldn't have done that. So it is two things you take home. Speak out when you're having problems. Of course, you have to speak out, because if you don't still speak out, they will say, well, speak out. You get. Then when you are going to be your plans, my dear, never reveal it for anybody. Build in silence. You understand? Yes, like I said, build in silence when dealing with your competitors. Know who you tell your plans. I think that should be it. If you're going to be telling your plans, make sure the person you are telling your plans to is actually somebody trustworthy who would help you bring those plans to reality and not try to run them down. All right, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning to listen. Until I come your way next time,